Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel IT Step by Step. Entry, Intermediate Information Technology. Today, I'm going to take you through a real-world task, configuring a brand new Cisco switch right here at work. We'll go from unboxing it all the way to having it ready for SSH, access IT step by step, just like we do in a professional environment. Step 1. Choosing the correct switch. The first thing is getting the correct replacement switch. The stack we're replacing has 4 switches, 248 ports and 224 ports, so I need the exact same type. You can check the product number on the box. Step 2. Powering on the switch. Once unboxed, the first thing we do is power it on. This power cable is not a standard one. It has a notch in the middle that fits this specific power supply. Once powered on, you'll see all the lights starting up. Power supply plus LEDs turning on. Step 3. Console access. To configure the switch, we need console access. We use a blue console cable. Older ones use serial adapters, but newer console cables are USB. No adapter needed. USB goes to your laptop. RJ45 goes into the console port, usually marked with a terminal icon. On your laptop, check Device Manager gives ports, and note the COM number. In this case, it's COM3. Console cable plus Device Manager COM port. Step 4. PuTTY connection on-screen text. We're using PuTTY. Select Serial, enter the COM port number, click Open, and press Enter. When prompted for the initial configuration dialog, select No. Again, 1. PuTTY configuration 2. Category session. 3. Select Serial. 4. Select the port name serial line, COM3, speed 9300. Number 5. Click Open. Number 6. Press Enter. Lastly, say No. Step 5. Management IP setup. We'll be importing files using a TFTP server. So first we need a management IP address setup. Let's connect the switch to the correct VLAN. Commands: configure terminal or conf-t int VLAN 100. To set up the IP default gateway IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Exit. Step 6. Network module installation. This is a blank switch, so we also need a network module. We're using an N2Y module with 225GS FP28 ports, an M2Y module close-up. Network module. Time to plug it into the network. Enter. Select 2. Step 7. iOS upgrade via TFTP. Next, we copy the latest iOS from our TFTP server. We use a symbolic link called current, which always points to the latest version. Command: copy TFTP current flash. Copy the file. Once copied, we install the iOS. Install add file flash. Current activate commit. Next command: install add file flash. Current activate commit. Verify using show version or shover. Just like this. Enter. Next, step 8. Clean up old files. To start cleanup, we remove old files. Command: install remove inactive. Here say yes. Step 9. Import config templates. In enterprise environments, we rarely configure switches manually. Instead, we import configuration templates from a TFTP server. This allows network engineers to deploy switches consistently and much faster. Let's mention them. First, basic switch and SSH settings. Enable. Copy space TF. tp:/basic-switch.cfg space running-config. Copy TFTP server.eastcharmer.com/switch1-switch-settings.txt running config. 2. Global switch settings. And other templates the same way. Copy space tftp://tefserver.eastcharmer.com/switch1-switch-settings.txt space running-config. Next command: 3 network monitoring CCNA. Copy TFTP stp-server.eastcharmer.com/snmpv3-conf-ig.txt running config. For global IOSX configuration, copy TFTP server.eastcharmer.com/ios-xe-global-confg.txt running config. Five authentication configuration. Copy TFTP ftp-server.eastcharmer.com/aaios-ios-ionfig running config. 6 interface configuration ports. TFTP server.eastcharmer.com/nmpv3-config running config. As we can see, instead of typing 200+ lines manually, engineers simply load configuration templates from a TFTP server. Step 10. Verify, save, and test. Verify with show run. Save configuration switch 01 #wrmem or write memory. Finally, test SH access. Enter IP address. Once that works, the switch is ready to rack. Key steps covered on this video. Initial switch setup after unboxing or resetting. Connecting to the switch console and navigating the CLI. Configuring basic settings such as hostname, management IP, default gateway, user accounts and passwords. SSH access / using a TFTP server to upload or download configuration files. Backup existing configs, restore or apply a standardized configuration template. Applying real-world best practices, including enabling secure management, setting up VLANs, configuring interfaces, saving and verifying the running configuration. The video is designed to help IT professionals, especially those early in their networking careers, understand how Cisco switches are configured in actual workplace environments, not just in labs or certification scenarios. Configuring basic settings such as hostname, management IP, default gateway, user accounts and passwords, SH access. Using a TFTP server to upload or download configuration files, backup existing configs, restore or apply a standardized configuration template. Applying real-world best practices, including enabling secure management, setting up VLANs, configuring interfaces, saving and verifying the running configuration. The video walks through a real-world, best practice configuration of a Cisco Catalyst 9300 switch, focusing on how IT professionals typically prepare and deploy a switch in a production environment. Thanks for watching. Next, we're going to rack and configure stack Cisco switches. See you soon. Goodbye.